Hello everyone and welcome to another edition of West Ham Fan TV's Post-Match Pint, the only West Ham United post-match fallout show on the internet. We've just been to the West Ham Stoke games. West Ham 0, Stoke 0. Again 0-0, but not boring. Not a boring 0-0. Are you alright?
Yeah, I'm alright.
I've been drinking.
It was another entertaining 0-0.
Chances end to end, wasn't it? Again.
Starting line-up, Collins come in. I thought that was the right decision for today.
Yeah. I thought we'd done very well.
Yeah.
Really well.
Yeah, he
never lets us down.
Nah, he never lets you down.
He never lets you down.
Pulled out a few little skills.
Alex Song in the middle today played really well. Noble as well. I thought Noble looked a lot more confident on the ball today. With Song in the middle. I said to you, didn't I?
Yeah.
Instead of usually he just hits it long, but today he was trying to turn and
Tompkins keeps his right back place over Jenkinson.
Yeah, he played well.
I think that was deserved because he didn't put a foot wrong against Man United, did he?
What about this week?
Didn't put a foot wrong.
I thought he played well again this week.
Yeah.
Even tried to get forward, put some crosses in.
Yeah.
They weren't very good, but he put some crosses in.
Tompkins.
Oh yeah, that's the only thing. Like defensively, Tompkins, yeah, but going forward, you want it to be Jenkinson.
Yeah.
He had a go though.
Yeah, definitely had a go. Yeah. Well, so we start the game.
Antonio coming in.
Did he? Yeah, of course he did. Yeah, of course he did. He came in.
First start.
Brilliant. I thought he was.
Yeah, he played really well. He looked like he had something to prove, and yeah, he done well. I don't think he's a starter when everyone's fit.
I don't think so.
No.
But he's a good option.
Yeah, and you got to give him. Let's see what he's like after a run of games. Just let him get a run of games under his belt. See what he's like. The only thing for me, I think, a couple of bits he tried to impress too much.
Yeah, but that's expected, isn't it? That's expected. He's in front of a packed bowling.
Yeah.
First start.
But he didn't shy away though. He always wanted the ball. He was always showing for the ball. You know, like much
Strong
like
as well.
He was a willing runner.
Strong on the ball.
Yeah, a couple of times.
Needs to not get involved with the officials and carry on with the game as well when the decision don't go his way. It was the only downfall.
Right, let's go into the game. Started off the game. We started very, very brightly. We started very brightly indeed, and I think that was needed in today's game because if we would have started slow, I think we would have been a bit under pressure, and we might have conceded early. But started very brightly. Looked very creative.
Yeah, moved the ball around well, didn't we?
Yeah,
it was. Pinned it about nicely.
But the only downside is we didn't really create a
threaten.
Yeah, we had a lot of the ball. You know, we moved it round well enough, but we didn't have that clear-cut chance. You know, we had an half chance, and
I think like you were saying about Son earlier, but when he had the ball, he was always looking for the threaded through ball or the little ball to split the defence, but no one was really making.
I like Son because he gets stuck in.
Yeah.
Now I said to you, didn't I? He's like, if I could sum Song up, he's like a wet wipe. When it gets rough, you're glad he's there to fucking clean things up. You know what I mean?
yeah. I like you.
But no, it's true. It's like when he's there.
We'll end it there. I think.
That's going on a t-shirt. No, but honestly, like when
Alex Song is like a wet wipe.
When it's rough, you're glad he's there. No, but honestly, no, he is. Honestly, it's just like he wins that ball. He's just,
where'd you get these?
He sticks his foot in.
I had this all game.
I'm like, no.
Yeah, no, I put you right. He's like a wet wipe, exactly like a wet wipe.
No, but you know what I mean. He gets stuck in. Like the last few weeks, we have been missing that person in there that gets stuck in and puts a foot in, and I thought he'd done really well today for, what was he on, 60 minutes,
yeah,
something like that?
Minutes. It's another hour under his belt.
Yeah.
I thought Kyoto had a good game as well. Yeah, really.
No, I don't. I don't think he did have a good game.
I think with Song in there, Kyoto's dangerous when he's running at players.
Yeah, a couple of times he run down the wing and he looked so strong. And but the thing is, when he looks up, he's got no one there.
That's the big problem for me. Again, is I thought Carroll had a great game today, and we played to his feet. I thought he played well. And
he looked stronger and stronger.
I don't think anyone can knock his work rate today, chasing the ball down.
Don't worry. People will.
Yeah, but you do, didn't you? He could have scored an hat-trick and they still ate him.
Work rate wise, creative. He even tried to put crosses in. The annoying thing is it like we said,
he should be on the end of them.
Yeah, he can't cross the ball running and header it in himself.
He ain't that fast.
But there was times in the game where we lost the ball and he was tracking back.
I don't
think see the player was out of position.
I don't think he gets the right surface.
No.
I don't think he gets the right service at all.
Too many people were too far away from him. There was a couple of times today when the ball's gone long to him, and Zarate and Antonio got close to him. But
do you know what? I'm going to comment about that, about the sort of situation. We mixed it up nicely today. I thought we mixed it up a nice balance of long and short balls. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He is there to be it, but not it every time. You know what I mean? It becomes too predictable. And at times I felt like Stoke didn't know what we was going to do.
That's it. Yeah.
And I think that's the key to sort of. I think it was very unlucky today. They had one deflected off the bar. Maybe our luck's starting to change a little bit because
Well, I said to you, didn't I? Because we started well and then they got back into the game and they had 3 chances. Two of them, Harry, the geezers kicked it wide on them.
We'll talk about that. The chances that fell to the Stoke players. I mean, one was centre of goal, and. It was from a corner. There's not a lot you can really do about that. It just fell to him in the wrong place, and how is it wide? I don't know. I couldn't work. I thought it was in. I was already turned my head away. Going, fuck.
Maybe you said though. That's the luck we need.
Yeah.
Our luck changing.
I'm just pinging about in there a little bit.
We can't get any more unlucky. We'll talk about the injuries a bit later.
We kept Bojan quiet as well today, which was good.
I thought they've got a lot of skillful players. Yeah. Afellay is a skillful player. Bojan, Aruna.
Shaqiri being out.
Shaqiri out is massive, but
big for us today.
Yeah, but them 3 are game changers. They're winners. You know what I mean? They went to Man City last week and absolutely played them off the park.
I think they only looked that threatening in that 20 minutes. As I said, we started the better side, and then probably about 10 minutes in, they controlled the game, and that's when they looked dangerous.
You alright?
Yeah, I was.
Some night nurse.
And that's when to create them chances. You had the one Adrian saved and took a clout at the same time.
Yeah.
Said the 2 they put wide, one that deflected onto the bar.
Deflected out of free kick.
Adrian pulled off a world class save, didn't he?
Yeah. At the end. And I said to Nicky, 2 weeks ago that was flying in.
Yeah.
The deflection shot was flying in. This time it went wide, and maybe that is our luck changing now. As I said, we can't have luck.
It looks like we're starting to learn a little bit from.
Well, like
not
we said
having
a couple of weeks ago, Village has got to start grinding out results now. And he did at Old Trafford last week, which we should have won. And today's game, if Stoke would have won, or we would have won, you'd have said, alright, it's a fair result. It was just one of them games today.
I think we maybe slightly.
I think Stoke had the better chances.
They had the more clear cut. Yeah.
They had one, at the end, was it Diouf?
But you say they had the better chances. I thought we got into a great position, but we dilly-dally about with it too
we
much.
ain't got that person who to look for. Because if, like you said, Carroll's out wide sometimes, we haven't got the Sacco sitting in there.
No.
Like Zarate's just floating about outside. He's not getting in there.
I don't really know what he's doing.
Today was his worst game he's played for a while.
Yeah, I think you can say that, but he's still decent. But he still created a chance, and he hit the post, and that was a great. He worked that for himself, and that's what he's good at. And that's what I love seeing players do. That. Well, sometimes people call him greedy. I don't. I just feel like
need someone to have a shot.
Yeah, Lanzini's good at doing
that. But when you get around the box and you dilly-dallying about with it, you need someone to sort of like pull up a tree and sort of create something for themselves. Do you know what I mean? And he does that. But sometimes it's just so frustrating.
In the latter end of the first,
just the cross. No, do you know what frustrates me more? When he's out wide and he doesn't cross it.
When cuts in, doesn't he?
Oh God, damn! The amount of times I was shouting at him today, I was, Maro, just get it in. You know what I mean? He's there. The big man's there. You know what I mean? He's there to. And one time when they did put it in, Carroll's on the other wing and fucking Antonio's underneath it, and you want Carroll in there. It's just, he wants crosses, he wants service in the box, and he's just not getting it. He can be a potent striker if we play to his strengths,
exactly.
And we're not playing to his strengths. But getting him into the game, playing into his. I'm a bit drunk.
I'm surprised.
I'm a little bit drunk. I can feel it.
Who picked my burger?
Getting it into his feet, getting it into his feet with back to goal. That's where you want to get him. I'm stuttering. I don't know. I'm a little bit drunk.
What was you going to say?
No. Wait. Let me finish.
Alex Song's a wet wipe.
No,
Hold up, let Rab see next.
getting it into his feet and like with his back to goal. That's where you want him, right?
What he called you then?
But
Ramsey Nesbitt.
that's where you want him. But when we get it out to the wings, you need him in the centre. That's where he needs to be, in the centre.
Yeah. It's a shame Carroll's sort of getting into fitness now as Payet and Lanzini are obviously injured.
Yeah.
But going by reports, they should be back a lot sooner than.
Yeah.
So if we can get through this, like Swansea next week, Southampton at home's going to be a tough game. Then Liverpool. They're aiming to get them back for the Liverpool game. So if we can get through this tough period, maybe get a win or a couple.
It's not as tough as it was last year.
No, definitely not. Definitely not.
The thing is, as well, for me, the way Carroll played today, where he was bringing other players in the game, it was crying out for that Nolan role. You know, that sort of. No, it weren't crying. But
Someone's changed his tune, isn't
no, that's what I'm saying. We look at you. Look
It's
at who's
taking
playing.
it's taking you a year to say that. Come here. Thank you.
But you look at we had Noble sort of playing as that furthest forward in that sort of 10 role.
I didn't get that at times. You know what I mean?
If we had Zarate moved in there in the second half, but none of them play off of Carroll the right way, and that's what we need. We need to find someone.
Peter, how do you get closer to him, basically?
Yeah.
I think Payet could, because Payet's got the intelligence to read. You know, read what's going on in the game.
Even Lanzini.
Yeah. You know, Zarate for me can't play that role.
See, the thing is about today as well. When we created a lot in the box. Yeah, we was dillying about with it in the box. We're missing Lanzini because did you see what he done at Tottenham?
Yeah.
That little step over, that little, someone to get in a box and have a decent shot, rather than looking for the pass. You know what I mean? That's what we're missing as well.
You've got.
Lanzini's a massive miss. Yeah, I didn't. At the beginning of the season, I never thought I'd say that about Lanzini. He's massive.
Taking his chance when it comes along.
Oh, do you know what? If we don't sign him, I've heard it's all wrapped up. But if we don't sign him, I'd be slapping money at him in January. I'd just be saying, I'll take what you want. Open checkbook. You know what I mean? We've got to sign him. He's such an important player for us. But the positive.
If we don't snap him up, someone else will.
Yeah. Liverpool would be on our team. Man United, they would be crying out for someone like him, you know what I mean? Like a top side, you know what I mean? This is a time when we can sort of cement ourselves as a top side by making sure we get these under. We had this like going back some years now. Remember Tahinen? Tahinen.
He was quality.
Yeah, he was a quality centre half, and we had him on loan for sort of short-term loan. And like when the time comes to sign him, they was dilly-dallying about it was something like £1 million, wasn't it? And then they wanted 4 million or something like that, and they said no, we won't take that. Redknapp that was, and he went somewhere else. But Lanzini, you know what I mean? Whatever they want, pay him because he's worth it.
Yeah.
He's one of the most creative midfielders in the Premier League. Once we get Song, Payet, Lanzini. Fucking imagine that midfield, you know what I mean? Imagine them with Sacco and Valencia running off of them, you know what I mean? It's going to be
talking about Sacco. I mean, they're saying he's out till March now. I don't think we're going to see him this season. And the thing is with him is that a lot of people moan about Andy Carroll with his injuries. You look at Sacco's injury record; it's just as bad as Carroll's.
Yeah.
Because he scored the goals, people overlook it.
I think you're looking at 2 injuries last year.
He was out with his back for a long time,
and then when he come back, he cut through, and then he's fire with. Was he back just before the end of the season? I can't remember. Or was he out?
No, he was out because he played in the. I remember sitting here playing in the Europa League games, and he started in the Europa League games. And I say he's got to have game time. We haven't seen him, so.
All right, we should wrap this game up and get on the injuries. Talk about the injuries.
Yeah, we'll talk about the end of the game.
We haven't even made it half time yet.
No. Half time came. It was a pretty even game. It was same again second half.
Hang on. The free kick before half time. Our free kick.
What one?
What, one button pushed away?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was good.
The free kick, Zarate. No, or was it Chris? No, it was Zarate.
No, Zarate.
Yeah.
Zarate.
You mentioned that.
All right.
I was just trying to say it, yeah, okay.
It's alright, he hit a free kick, Butland saved it. Half time. Yeah, so
He's had a couple
Good
of
save.
blockers.
It was a good
all right.
save.
I'll tell you what was a better free kick.
Go on.
Valencia's one from about 40 yards out. Cool, that was a stinger,
I
mate.
think he was written out from there.
Yeah, you know what I like about them sort of free kick? He's got that sort of technique. I've never seen him take a free kick before.
No.
But he's got that technique, like that knuckleball thing, when he hits it and it's sort of up and down quickly,
Right,
you know what I mean? Like,
It dipped.
dipped massive.
Great-
That was going in. It was going in.
Great save by Button.
Yeah.
Took it round the post or over the bar, but it was superb.
The
It's
game
too
was
central, wasn't it?
a little bit. Yeah, that's the only thing about it is it's too central.
I'd like to have seen that bounce just in front of the keeper. Just hit that.
Someone
You know what I
following it
mean?
in. But I'll say I thought Butler made a few good saves today. But
His kicking was bad. Let's talk a little bit about Stoke.
His distribution's poor.
Do you know what? People don't like Stoke. Yeah. I thought Stoke were an impressive team. They've so turned their ways around.
I like Stoke. They're similar to our club.
Yeah, they are
They've got
a little
loyal
bit,
fans. You know, they want to do well.
Their
Building
fan,
it.
I'm going to give their fans props.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
massive,
make loads of
loud.
They're building a good squad. They've got
Yeah.
a good young manager in Hughes.
But they're showing now that they're sort of more than what.
Yeah, they had a
Pulis
tag,
had,
didn't they? Of
you know
long
what I mean?
ball
They
like
knocked
we
it
did.
back. They look tidy.
They're
Very
moving
tidy.
out of that long ball football.
I'm glad to see it,
They're
though.
doing what we're trying to do. You know,
I'm glad to
they've
see
done that.
the thing is, right, the weird thing is people were like chastising Allardyce and Pulis for keeping our sides in there. As we're sort of moving out that and thinking, we've got to play some football now. It's the top teams that are going long. Man United, you know what I mean? Like Chelsea, yeah. It's the top teams that are starting to adapt them tactics. You look at Mourinho last year.
Chelsea's not a top team.
Mourinho a couple of years ago, fucking moaning and groaning about that 18th century football, chucking everyone. I bet they wish they could do it.
Yeah, they did. About 2 weeks after that, they went and done it in Europe.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah, that's it.
but as we're moving out of it, it's weird, isn't it? Because the teams that are being tagged as long ball team.
All the vodkas kicked in.
It has. It's a whippy at one. The long ball teams, the top teams are starting to adapt the tactics, and it's us that are playing football now. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's refreshing to see.
Yeah, it is refreshing to see. Get the football back in the game. It's becoming too. It's becoming
soccer.
Isn't it?
Yeah, soccer. Yeah, get the soccer back in.
What are you thinking?
Oh, I'll tell you after. No, but I'm just saying, like, get the game back. Do you know what I mean? It's becoming too like people are scared to lose.
That's it.
You know what I mean?
Big business now. It's all about results.
Yeah, but that's why we're the best
It's always
team
about
league
results
in the world. You know
But
what
I
I mean?
think this season, because of the TV deal next year,
That is
a lot of teams are panicking. That's why Swansea. I mean, the Swansea are going to regret sacking Gary Monk.
especially if they get in every.
No, it's not even that. Gary Monk's been there for 14 years, and he done well. They've had a little slump, their first time ever when they've been in the Premier League, and they've sacked a manager.
They've done fantastic.
They got
They've
their
done
eyes never finished last
I'm
year.
sorry,
It's a
they've done
disgrace.
absolutely fantastic since they come in. I never give them a hope in hell with standing up the first year.
Their problem, right, is they got rid of Boney, and to be fair, they got a big transfer fee.
Exactly, and they're
they
not a club
never-
that can't afford to turn that down.
Exactly, and they never replaced him. They replaced
But
him.
they thought
Gomez
they
ain't
no, they
half
didn't
the
replace him with Gomez. Gomez was already there. They thought they had a ready-made
Yeah,
replacement.
and he's
I'm sure that's the only reason they would have sold him.
Yeah. Yeah, and Gomez has proved that he's nowhere near as good. All I can say is, fuck, we didn't sign him because he's awful.
Yeah, we was looking
He's
at
absolutely
him, weren't we?
awful. You know, and that's what now they've lost that main focal point. All the football they played, they knew that Boney would get them 15 goals. You know,
Back to West Ham. Who we won't talk about the second half. It's more of the same thing, really. It's like a duplicate of the first half. They had chances, we had chances. Adrian pulled
right.
off a couple of brilliant saves, but so
right,
did Butland.
Yeah,
Zarate hit the post. We had a couple of chances towards the end, right towards the end of the
Literally
game.
last kick of the game,
kick of the
wasn't it?
game was a good chance. Yeah.
Shot Cresswell at was a good effort,
Yeah,
wasn't it?
yeah.
Good save as well.
that Adrian save from, was it Duke?
Yeah.
I thought that was nailed on goal.
I was
Really
looking
did.
away.
Yeah.
You know, but
And he's pulled it out of the bag. It's good.
It was such an entertaining game, but I never felt like either team was going to score.
No,
Do you know what I
To be
mean?
fair, it did have draw written all over
Yeah.
all day long. But they, you know that they say that back check for Arsenal was a goalkeeper that wins them points. I think Adrian's a goalkeeper.
I said that on post-match point a few weeks ago. I said
Yeah.
Adrian will win us more points than he'll lose us points.
and he has.
He's unbelievable.
You know,
He's really improved. I remember when he first got in the first team and he had that played Arsenal, didn't we? And he let it go through his legs and everyone was like, oh. But since then he just gets better and better
To be
each
fair,
week.
he had a couple of flaps at Tottenham where I thought he could have done better. Since then,
He's going to make
he has-
mistakes.
I don't think he's made a mistake since at Tottenham.
No, but he's going to make mistakes. All goalkeepers are going to make mistakes.
that's it.
No, but
Any player
I said this.
makes a mistake.
I said this a couple of weeks ago about him. He learns from his mistakes. He takes that and makes it a positive. He's a positive man. You look at him, everything about him is always positive. He's never miserable. You know, he's never involved in any sort of like controversy or anything like that. You know what I mean? He's never like some goalkeepers are. You know, they let a mistake define them.
Some goalkeepers love the limelight.
Yeah, but he's not like that. You know, he gets about his job. He does his job. If he makes a mistake, he goes right, better next week, and he always does that. And I like it about. I said last week. You know, some goalkeepers just let a mistake define them. You know what I mean? They could be in fantastic form. Joe Hart's a bit like that.
Yeah.
Joe Hart's a bit like that. Be in fantastic form. Joe Hart thinks he's fucking 10 times better than what he is. That's Joe Hart's problem. Yeah, because he's England's number one and all that.
Too many dandruff adverts.
Too many dandruff adverts. Yeah, but that sort of thing. But Joe Hart's a bit like, you know. He can be fantastic. He's full of confidence. As soon as he makes a mistake, you notice next couple of months he's not. Exactly how he was. Do you know what I mean?
And that's why they went and dropped him.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, a few times now. It's happened a few times.
He's got button breathings down his neck now, hasn't he, as well?
Adrian, as a goalkeeper, will make a mistake and just say, "That's it."
Yeah,
That it's done. It's done.
Yep.
Yeah, it's happened. You know what I mean? And we, you know, you can't afford goalkeepers to.
It's the best way to be. As we said, I think it was either last week or the week before. Striker misses 10 chances.
You never
scores one goal.
Yeah.
You know, don't matter.
Don't matter, yeah.
You know, Andy Cole made a career on that, missing 10 chances and scoring one goal. And people thought he was brilliant. You know,
He didn't have a bad career. He won the fucking Premier League and the Champions League.
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying he did that. Didn't have a bad career, but that's what he was all about. He'd missed 4 or 5 decent chances and then.
Yeah, but then you're saying that he's missing chances. He's still good enough to be getting them chances.
Yeah, that's
and
it.
taking
That's
them.
it. But that's what I'm saying. It didn't affect him. Other strikers would miss 4 or 5 chances and then they go and miss the next one. You know, and that's the same with the goalkeeper. Like we said, he makes a mistake, he shrugs it off, just goes on, goes again.
Right. So let's wrap this game up. Fair result.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'd say
overall,
fair result. I'd take that point definitely.
Yeah, especially after the way.
The only frustrating thing is about it. You've got 2 games there, took 2 points. Could be quite easily looking at 6. Could be quite easily looking at 0. That's the thing about
The last three games.
who was the one before?
West Brom.
Yeah. I'll book you right there. Could be looking at 9.
I think first half West Brom.
Are you worried about how slip down the table at all?
Not really.
No, I'm not that worried either.
yeah.
Ryan's a little bit worried. I know.
No, I'm not worried, but it's
Frustrating.
the more you pick up draws, like especially it's frustrating because you've got someone like Watford above us now. You know.
But I wouldn't look at that.
No, I'm not looking at that, but it's just like we should have more points. You look at the games that we drop points again, even when you go back to Bournemouth, Leicester, Norwich, Sunderland, there should be teams that we're winning against. But
we're playing all right. We're doing well. We're creating.
yeah, I know, but you can play all right all season and dropping.
The problem for me,
not picking up
when
wins.
you look at the last 3 games, we created enough chances to win all 3 of them games, and we didn't take it.
Exactly.
That's the only worrying thing.
That'll link us in nicely into what we're going to talk about now. Right. So fair result of Stoke. We've got a massive dent in our squad, massive, and it just gets worse and worse. It seems to, in a month of November and beginning of December, it just seems to get worse by the day. It's like Payet, Lanzini, Sacco, Reed, Valencia's just come back, but Valencia, Moses. That is 6 first team players there, and starters. Now, I'm not talking about first team.
Yeah.
Sort of. It's
Well, the Payet one, right, is an impact one. But
Yeah,
Reed was man of the match last week against United. Goes to training on Tuesday and he's out for 6 weeks with an hamstring. Like
Lanzini.
I thought it was a wind-up. I was sitting there with you on Thursday night, and he thought I was winding him up when I said Reed was out. I couldn't believe what I was reading. I was just because especially after the Lanzini and the Moses, and you're thinking to yourself, "I can't be any more." What's it all down to? I know Billich
Well, they've
is
just
now
moved, they've moved training ground.
Yeah.
So that's going to.
It can't be the ground. It can't be the
Well, I
ground.
don't know. I read something online. It was like a quote from Matt Everington, and he was saying like he used to go over there. And it was like training on the road for 2 hours.
Yeah, the thing is, what they're saying is it's soft on top, but underneath that it's rock hard. Listen, Bobby Moore, Bonds, Brooking, they all trained at the same place.
Different
on
eras,
probably
though.
worse. Yeah, but you're saying different eras, but it's still the same place.
I know what you're saying. Don't get me wrong. I know what
If
you're
it's good
saying.
enough for them, it's good enough
It's
for them.
Is that scenario of football, as we said last week, footballers now are athletes.
No, they're pampered. That's what they are. They're pampered.
But that's down to the clubs more than the players. I'd say.
I don't think it is, because I think now.
No, because they don't.
A player knows now that he can think, oh right, I can have a few weeks off now. I'm still going to get the same wages.
I've heard stories about people at the training ground. Right, I'm not going to mention any names because they're still in the first team. But I've heard stories about people coming in and saying, I'm too tired. But I know you all slag them off and say that, but. You're a professional footballer at the end of the day, but the game is different now.
Yeah,
the game is different. Even
I'm
from
not
when,
saying. I'm not
you look
saying
at
that.
you look at the managers, right? You look at the youngest manager, say Ollie Solskjaer, yeah, one of the youngest managers, right? The game's different to what he played. You know what I mean?
It is.
Like, I've got a feeling that we're flogging them too hard. You know what I mean? They train a lot harder now. There's a lot more science involved, and it's. I don't know. Maybe the mixture of maybe like running them into the ground over Epping Forest is the way forward to get them used to the hard training and the hard games that they're going to get. But Sergio Ticino, who come from fucking Italy, who's the new fitness coach, is saying no, you can't do that. You got to run them for 5 minutes and then stop. And then do a bit of ball work and then run them for another 10 minutes intensively. When it was Redknapp's days, like when we see Sinclair over there today, that their pre-season training, and you can ask him, you can ask Ruddock and all that, we've all heard it, we've all seen it, right, when we used to go there when we was kids, was running through Epping Forest until they was sick.
They should run up Anal Forest.
Sorry, it wasn't even Anal Forest until they could not walk in it, and that was their pre-season training, and they kept on going, right? Now you look at today, their diets are controlled. They're doing these short, intensive bursts of training. Is it? It's all great when you've got to have someone getting off the mark over 6 yards, being the fastest man in the world. But is it setting them up for the long term game? You know what I mean? Like the 90 minutes. You know what I mean? Is it that sort of thing? Is it fatigue? Like, is it
maybe it's like you said, it's muscle fatigue because they're not mixing it up enough.
Yeah.
Maybe they concentrate too much on that.
The short bursts of speed, and you know what I mean.
Because today, when you saw with Valencia back, to me he was very hesitant to open up. To stick it in that next gear and get going. Maybe he's worried himself that he's going to pick up now.
You're saying like fatigue, like maybe year after he won the FA Cup 98, right, the following year.
Not the same era.
No, but I know that. I know the game's a lot different there, and like they're more athletic now. But the following year, like we won the old second division, got to the League Cup final, Cup Winners' Cup quarter final. I think it was like 4th or 5th round in the FA Cup. They played over 50 odd games, and we didn't have half the injuries. I know you're saying like it's a different era, but then pitches were heavier.
Exactly, I was about to say that.
Physical game.
The grounds and the game was a lot different. It was a lot tougher back then, and they had less injuries then than they do now.
And
if you look at rugby, rugby are clattering each other for 80 minutes.
But they do different training, don't they?
Exactly. And the injuries we're getting are fatigue injuries. Hamstrings are fatigue injuries. Thigh strains are fatigue injuries. Are they doing enough long-term work? Are they doing enough to train themselves for a longer-term exercise?
When you compare it to rugby, like you look at some of them rugby players, they're probably as quick, if not quicker, than some of the football players. And they're carrying twice the amount of weight.
Exactly.
So you could
look at
strength
training.
You could look at it like that. To me, We
It's-
didn't get
it's-
this
it's sort
amount
of like a
injuries when you were playing in a championship and we were playing more games. And to me, a championship
Physical
is a
games.
more physical
Yeah.
division than the Premier
But
League.
this is a faster game. This is what I'm saying. Are we doing the right training? I'm not don't get me wrong, I'm no nutrition specialist. I didn't even do PE for a GCSE, do you know what I mean? It makes sense, doesn't it? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I look at the way they train. I can listen to people and they're saying, "Oh yeah, they don't run them into the ground anymore like over Hainault Forest at Big Green." You know, those short bursts of intense training. But that's not like. It doesn't take a genius to know that isn't training you for a long term. Not 90 minutes of running around at full pace at full power is a lot.
Yeah, of course.
It's a lot. You know what I mean? So running them into the ground over Hainault Forest 10 times at the beginning of the season is giving their muscles more.
Yeah,
Setting up endurance.
Yeah,
as well, 'cause you
endurance.
90-minute game at pace.
That's exactly the word I'm looking for. Endurance.
See, the thing is that we've had injury problems this year. We had injury problems last year. I'm sure we had it the year before. Since been back in the Premiership, we've had injury problems. I don't think we had this many problems when we were in the Championship.
What do they train 4 times a week and then have a day off?
Yeah,
Maybe they train maybe they need to just train like twice a week at the training ground, and the other day let the players do their own stuff in the gym. Meet for a tactic meeting at the weekend, and that's it.
The problem for me is that if they move to Rush Green and these injuries still happen, then the club really has to look at the training regimes that they're setting up. Because I can't see Billich's training being the same as Allardyce's training.
No.
But then we're still getting the same injury problems. So it could be it's something to do with Chad Leaf. But
like Ryan said, back in the 60s, 70s, 80s even, didn't have half the injuries, did we?
That's
Same ground.
it's fireworks.
You know, and like we were saying earlier, the ground was probably a lot heavier then. The pitches weren't as immaculate as they are now.
It's
What you're used to, isn't it?
yeah, it's a tough one.
That's what I mean. Like I said, if it's good enough for them sort of players in that era, it should be good enough for these players now.
Yeah.
Julian Dix and Billich, they both train there as well.
Yep.
They know what the ground's like. It's been the same.
Yeah, it's
for
not still,
how
is
long?
it?
No, it's not.
It's
It's
probably
not the
been-
same.
it's probably been relayed.
It's fantastic. It looks fantastic. When I went over there when
Saturday.
Billich and Dixie was over there, it was like a fucking mud pit, wasn't it? Like a park.
And maybe that's what they need because they weren't injured.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's too much. Do
Yeah,
you know
the
what I
thing-
mean?
yeah, when you're
Like it's too flat. They've got no when you're running you'll know full well. Yeah, you run on a flat pitch. Yeah, like doing the same sort of training. Then if you've done one on like over the Star Lane Green, for instance. Yeah. You're going up and down on Star Lane Green. Do you know do you understand what I mean? There's lumps and bumps and and your muscles get more of a workout.
Well, that's why, like, when people go to the gym and they run on a treadmill for an hour, you run on a treadmill for an hour, it doesn't do nothing for you. You go and run on the road for half hour, you're twice as knackered because you're turning corners, you're going, like you said, you're going up and down. Maybe that's what they need. Let's get them on. We'll get them on a road run on Monday.
That's what the old boys used to do.
I ain't
Isn't it?
doing it.
That's it. That's how they used to do it. But as I said, we ain't no science. And the thing for me, all this sports science and all that's involved in the game now, and there's more injuries.
Some of it's decent, like diet wise and things like that is decent, but
breathing wise, things like that.
yeah,
But, how can you have this much science and this much intelligence in
because
the body?
I think
And
it's
we are
too
getting
much.
these injuries.
Too much. Yeah, it's too much to incorporate in. It's not the right sort. I don't think it's the right sort of training for the game. You know what I mean? Like it's a high paced. High
intensity, yeah.
high intensity game.
The other thing of it is that because of all the sports science and everything, do they now notice these injuries more? Is it right? He's out for 6 weeks because he's got a tear in a muscle that maybe 5 or 6 years ago he could have played on with, but because we don't want it to get worse, he's going to sit out. Do you know what I mean? It's not
possibly.
maybe they not pampering them.
Anyway, Nicky was going a night out. Shut up.
We'll start to wrap it up there. One thing I'm going to mention before we go, transfer window coming up. Billich has said that we're not going to strengthen, but do we need to strengthen? Do we need to get a?
It depends on the injuries, really, like how quick they're going to come back. Because they're saying Payet's going to be back in 3 weeks, Lanzini will be back by the Liverpool. Well, some were saying Swansea next week.
Yeah.
That'd be a surprise.
Rushing back though. Don't be a rush.
To Personally, I'll go out and get another striker.
We need another striker. Jelavic for me he's had so many chances now. He just don't do it for me. He's not I don't rate him.
Should have got Lambert. Should have got Lambert.
The thing is, like,
same money. That's the disappointing thing.
Yeah, that is true. But you know,
I think it's hard to say where we can strengthen because now you've got Song back. We don't really need to strengthen in the midfield.
I think defence is fine. Maybe another right back. Get rid of Joey O'Brien, get another right back.
Yeah, but then Joey O'Brien hasn't really had a chance, has he?
No.
He's not even been on the bench, so...
But that's what I'm saying, just might as well offload him now. January's coming, Allardyce probably will.
And then you want to bring someone else in. There's no point.
I'd look to bring another striker in, a different type of striker.
You're just talking about right back then? What's going on?
No, that's what I'm saying. I'd bring another right back in.
Right back and a striker.
No, yeah, we need. I'd say we need another striker. We need a poacher. We need a
Defoe.
We need a Hernandez. Look how well he's doing.
I ain't even watched him.
He scored about 12 goals in 11 games or something like that.
I think with the money,
£9 million.
If you look at, is he on loan there wherever he is?
No, I'm sure they signed him.
So he won't be out. He won't be able to come now.
No, of course he won't.
Of course, no. Yeah,
I'm saying, but for me, it's someone like Defoe. That's who we need. Same different.
But you say Defoe. I think we've passed the Defoe era now. We need a younger.
Someone like Defoe.
Yeah, so
that type.
Right,
right. You know, we don't
Hernandez.
need another big striker. Yeah.
Connor Wickham.
No.
I like Connor Wickham.
No, definitely don't need him.
He's a similar sort of player to, I'd say, Jelavic.
No.
Yeah, he's that type, isn't he? He's
more mobile, though.
We need to bring a striker in who in the second half of the
Shane Long
is going to. Again, he's a worker, but it's a different type.
You
of
read up fantasy football, mate, 2 years ago.
It's the type of striker we sort of need. We need that someone who's going to a bit of pace and he's going to run off a Carroll.
Defoe.
Yeah. I'd bring Defoe back. I'll bring him back for the second half of this season. I'll bring him back just because Sacco, we don't know when he's back. Valencia, we don't know. You know, right? He's back, but he could go again. All right, you know, we could go and sign a striker in January.
We should get February. No, we should go out and get Charlie Austin, like we should have done in January.
Charlie Austin would have been the ideal thing. We should have got Charlie Austin instead of bringing in someone like Yellow.
But instead, we just dismissed his knees.
Yeah, Weetabix.
Never, ever come to us now. Never in a million years.
Demba Ba?
Nah.
No.
Gone. Finished.
We'll probably bring in some Turkish striker on loan that Bilic knows about.
If I think if the Lanzini deal gets done and dusted, signing wise, then that'd be it. I'm sure we're up to our limit on loan players. I could be wrong.
No, you are. I think you're right. Shall we wrap it up there then, boys? One thing I've got to mention before we go: our channel is 1 year old this week. 1 year old. So we've been going for 1 year, and it's been a good year, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? I've really let's talk a bit about the channel. We don't really talk about the channel on this show, but what did you expect when we started? When we sat in that cafe in Wickford? When
I know exactly what I waited for his head then.
What? Money.
Never about the money.
You know what? You know, we sat in that cafe in Wickford about a year ago. Last week, I think it was. I think we sat in that cafe about the 6th of December. We created the channel, but we obviously had some tests and all that. We fully launched in March, but about the 14th or 15th of December last year, we created this channel. How well's it gone?
For me, it's gone brilliant.
Yeah. I mean, I sent a tweet out this morning and a Facebook thing saying that we just gone over 4,500 subscribers, and if you break that down, that's like 400 subscribers a month.
Yeah,
and that's pretty good going for four blokes and a cannon.
Four blokes, four blokes.
4 cunts and a cannon. I'll say it.
Well, we were trying to be nice. You go ahead.
Kids watch this show.
Well, when we started this, we'll talk a little bit about this. We are going to do like a Q&A when we hit 5,000, which is not going to be long away, is it? Your calculation is just over a month away.
Yeah.
But what the fuck was I talking about?
The channel.
Or
Yeah.
BBC 3 at night.
Q&A, you were saying.
Q&A.
5,000 Q&A.
Yeah, I was going to do, but
Do you want another vodka?
I don't know what to say.
Nah, it's been an adventure. It's been a journey. I've loved it. I loved every minute of it. There's not one.
It's nice when
You
people
think about-
I mean, what goes on behind the scenes, people don't know. Like, it is tough work, especially for the Nicky. But
to give Nicky a lot of
we've all
credit.
pitched in. Well, two of us have. I'm joking. No, we've all pitched in, and it's good. It's good to do it with your mates. You know what I mean?
At the end of the day, when we started all this, it was just, if it works, it works. It's the excuse
see
for
where
us.
it goes.
Yeah, but we didn't.
to the views we've got, when we started this, like a lot of people don't realise this, we had no equipment, we had no money, we had no experience. We'd never ever done anything like this before.
A year later, we still ain't got none of it.
No, but I'm just saying, for four, I'm not going to toot our own horn. You know what I mean? Like a lot of people do say, this is fantastic what we do and whatever. But I think for four fellas that have come from obscurity, I think we've done very well. Like 4,500 people
I was
subscribed to your channel.
Yeah.
Over 500,000 views. Coming up to 600,000 views over a year. It's like nothing to be sniffed at, is it? Do you know what I mean?
I was in the bowling pub earlier, and a few people come up to me, and one bloke come up to me. I think his name was Scott. I'm sure it was, and he was just saying how great our channel was. Loved it. He was there with his mates. He was like telling me I'm 20. We had a bottle of Jaeger before we come out, and I was like, if that was me, mate, I'll be on my back. But no, I had a few people come up to me, even walking to the ground, go up to the seats. People come up to me. It's
and
nice.
trust me,
It's nice when people
Yeah,
come up to you
trust
and tell
me.
you
When
that.
we say this, please, if you ever see us, please come and say hello, because we love talking to people.
Yeah, of
that
course,
watch the channel.
like-
we love talking to other West Ham fans.
Like I
all
said
in all.
to that-
and
that-
I've said this before. This is not just our channel. It's your channel too. It's everyone's channel. We do this to give you something to watch on a Saturday night, Sunday morning, Monday morning, whatever. But we also do this so you can have your views heard. If you're not happy, we stand outside the gates. If you're not happy, we are fans. That's what people.
And that's exactly what I was going to say. I said to that
Understand.
bloke earlier, people fit. We are fans, and as much as it hurts you, it hurts us as well. And
It really hurts us, like really hurts us. And we've been slagged off in the past for by the hierarchy sort of thing, for saying things that they don't want to be heard. But that's the good thing about this channel. We represent you, and we want to represent you to the highest order. So if we're not happy about saying, like, I had a geezer accusing me of view whoring on the ticket when I had a dig about ticket prices.
But it was a dig that a lot of fans shared. A lot of fans were having the same sort of thing.
Like I said, he said we was doing it to be controversial for views. Trust me when I say this, we never ever
you know what?
we never ever manufacture or fabricate anything that goes on this channel. Our views are our views, and
I bet if
we
you
will
add
not
up-
we will not be swayed by anyone.
if you look through them 600, nearly 600,000 views, I bet we haven't got more than 150 dislikes.
I think it was 200 and something.
Well, out of 600,000 views, I mean, one video we got, it's got, I think it was the Palace one with Romford, who got 20 odd thousand views, one thumbs down. You know what I mean? Like, some people I see get 100 views and they got 30 thumbs down. So we're obviously doing something right, and we're just glad
we
it's
are
going
we
well.
are looking to evolve. We are looking to push on. So anyone that's got any suggestions for what you would want to see on the channel, I know we've got a few suggestions and we are working on them, but anything you want to see on the channel, please tell us, because we will do our best. We're getting into a decent position now where we're starting to know some people, we're starting to get some good contacts, we've got some good people behind us. Let us know, and we will try our hardest. If we can't make it happen, we'll try.
Yeah.
We'll try. And we'll wrap it up there, I think. Thank you let's just say, everyone, thank you very much for watching for the past year. Everyone that subscribes, everyone that just breezes by the channel and just watches, anyone that's been
Anyone that
involved,
interacts with the
anyone
channel.
that interacts with the channel, comments, tweets, Facebooks, fan cams, anything. It's
love
all
fan cams.
greatly appreciated, and we love you all in one. You know what I mean?
He's had a vodka.
No, it's just a year old. I think it's a
Thanks to the sponsors.
cake.
Yeah.
You got one? No.
Thanks to the sponsors.
Sponsors all.
Yeah, thanks to the sponsor. Yeah, L Season Let's. Without them,
East London Brewery.
it would be nothing. East London Brewery Company for providing the beer, and thanks to Ball Street for
Helping us
getting
out.
behind us. Robbie, especially from Arsenal Fan TV. Get a bit teary, a bit emotional, isn't it?
I'll go out with you later. You can have a gin and tonic and Saturday morning on me.
No, let's end it the usual
I
way.
mentioned
Newham United for letting us lose the clubhouse. I knew you'd slip that one. Anyway, thanks very much for joining us on this edition of Post Match Pint. Follow us on Facebook at West Ham Fan TV. No, Twitter at West Ham Fan TV.
Jesus Christ.
Facebook.com/West Ham Fan TV. Instagram West Ham Fan TV. On our website www.westhamfan.tv. And we'll end it the usual way,
He's off
boys.
for another vodka.
Come on, you irons.